Well, good morning and welcome to our online service for Sunday the 12th of July, a day that marks the beginning of the traditional 12th holiday period here in Northern Ireland. Although I sense that this year it all feels so different, despite the government encouraging people to take holiday time and to spend money on businesses that are dependent upon the tourist trade. This week I read an article by Gavin Calver, who is the CEO of Evangelical Alliance, in which he says that one of the most significant and important things that all communities of faith are going to have to think about and put into place over the next few months is a clear theology of lament as a result of our experiences during this coronavirus season. You may be asking, well, what is a theology of lament? Well, lament is such an important part of the story of all the people who follow God. It's at the very heart of the biblical narrative. And so whether you look in the Psalms or in the prophets or the Gospels, you find people wrestling with the reality that they were enduring and the reality of what God has promised them. And sometimes we see them crying out to God, God, you must do something. And I just think that in this season and in the season to come, we're going to be faced with lots of people, including many within the church, who are carrying wounds or doubts or pains and sorrows that they have experienced, that they've never experienced before. For example, people who have not been able to say goodbye to the people they loved. Others who've not managed to get to a funeral. Some who are fearful. Relationships that are being torn apart. Others who are just uncertain about the future as unemployment grips us. No doubt, I think we will be facing an avalanche of psychological and emotional and spiritual pain in the coming days. And as Christians, surely we need to be able to deal with the realities that people are experiencing and to do so in the light and grace of who God is. That we cannot simply rush by and ignore the hurts and the pains of many individuals, and to take the opportunity to remind ourselves that we believe in our God who is faithful. To give space to allow all of us to lament, to enable us to be able to share the story of Jesus' grace and love. Psalm 83 begins, O Lord, do not remain silent, do not lend a deaf ear. And then at the very end it concludes, but I trust in your unfailing love. My heart rejoices in your salvation. I will sing the Lord's praise, for he is good to me. Our opening song this morning is Great is Thy Faithfulness, with familiar words, but also with the addition of 2 new verses by John Piper. Let us worship God together.